Life is hard, Pilgrim, but it's harder when you're stupid. And those words have come to mean more truth than ever here in the last year or so. But I'm here at the Rooster Cogburn Ostrich Farm, where if you go there for 15 bucks, you can feed ostriches. Goats. Come here, you sexy beast, you. Yeah, Leo DiCaprio, eat your heart out. Donkeys, rabbits, birds.
I've officially taken my love of Home Alone 2 a little bit too far. Don't make promises you can't keep, Kevin.
Stingrays for some reason, because we got oceanfront property here in Arizona. You can even watch a couple turtles hump if you want. They're not getting me too'd. But Rooster Cogburn, the name of the ranch here, is named after John Wayne's character in True Grit and its sequel, Rooster Cogburn, hence the name. But that's the film that John Wayne won the Oscar for. In fact, he said, you know, if I would have known I'd win the Oscar for this, I would have put on this damn eye patch years ago. But it's aptly named because right near the ranch is Picacho Peak, and Picacho Peak for Arizonans is quite a bit of history there. It is pronounced Picacho Peak, not Pikachu Peak. I know millions of people every year come playing their Pokemon Go game thinking this is the spot to find Pikachu. It's not, okay? It's just a legendary mountain. It is the site of the lone Civil War battle in then Arizona territory. And of course, it's also the site of several Westerns.
And of course, if the internet is to be believed, and Abraham Lincoln has given me no reason to doubt him, it is also the site of the opening credit sequence from RIO BRAVO, one of my all-time favorite flicks from 1959. It's a scene that there's not a lot of information on. It was actually footage from a deleted scene.
When Ward Bond and Colorado himself, Ricky Nelson in his film debut, are coming into town.
And it's mentioned a little bit later on in the movie, Ward Bond says he was stopped on his way into town.
One of 5 films the Duke made with Howard Hawks. Howard Hawks is a dude that made a masterpiece out of every genre he touched.
Now, 4 of the 5 collaborations between Hawks and Duke were indeed Westerns, of course, and Westerns are celluloid awesome. But the middle child of their 5 flicks together was not a Western. It was a kind of a hangout action-adventure movie called Hatari.
His first Western was Red River, which was also his first collaboration with Wayne, and they wouldn't do another film together for about a dozen years when both of them were pissed off at the film High Noon. They weren't fans of it. They thought it had a great musical score, a great song, but they thought Gary Cooper's sheriff was kind of a wuss. He was going around asking for help, so scared of these guys, and they're like, that's not a sheriff. So they got together with Lee Brackett, one of the great female screenwriters of all time, and they did RIO BRAVO, which, by the way, RIO BRAVO had the same music composer of High Noon, Dmitri Tiomkin, one of the great composers of that era. And so, you know, there's something they liked about High Noon. Now, most of RIO BRAVO was filmed, of course, at the legendary Old Tucson Studios, which is about, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour from here. Any footage I show of Old Tucson, unfortunately right now, is old stuff because COVID, like my career, has killed Old Tucson, sadly. Old Tucson is a legendary Western set. It was built in 1940 for a film called, guess what? Arizona. It was called Old Tucson because it was meant to resemble the old Western side of Tucson, and it went through a lot of revamps, and the Duke made 4 films there. RIO BRAVO was the first. It made a lot of classic Westerns were made there, like Gunfight at the Old K Corral. Some newer Westerns were filmed there, some of the Young Guns. A little bit of Tombstone was filmed there. Most of Tombstone, though, was filmed at Old Tucson's sister studios. Even Death Wish with Chucky Bronson himself had a little bit at Old Tucson. But yeah, most of RIO BRAVO was filmed there. Every time the Duke made a movie there, things kind of evolved and changed with RIO BRAVO. They added in a saloon in the sheriff's office. For McClintock, they added in the hotel. Rio Lobo, they added in kind of like a ranch house kind of a thing. I can't remember what they added for El Dorado. Maybe El Dorado was the one that added the ranch house. I can't remember. But they added stuff every time. John Wayne, he's a bit of a controversial character for some people because he did say some dumb things, and but he was the hardest working guy on the set, knew everybody's name from the grips on up. First one to get on the set, last one to leave. Like Kirk Douglas would say, I might have political differences with the Duke, but there's nobody I'd rather work with. As the sun goes down on the mountain, and it also seems to be going down on Old Tucson, which for now has been closed. But you know what isn't closed? Rooster Cogburn Ostrich Ranch. And hey, maybe one day HawkSchlock and I will be dead, but that'll be the day, Pilgrim.
Look at the hair on that one's leg. She must be one of them all natural women, huh? From Europe. How about a nice ride on the stage? Look at the hair on this one's arms.
Kind of like your
Sweater.
sister, yeah.
Could knit it. How about a nice ride on the stagecoach, huh?
Party.
What?
Oh, sure looks better looking man.
HawkSchlock,